I was super excited. I mean, coming out here and being a starting quarterback for this program is nothing but excitement, and that's all I can say. I'm just super excited.
In your own words, how you just explain how you won the job? What do you feel like won you the job?
That's tough to say. I would say I don't think anything like specific. I would say just because George and Jake's really good athletes and good quarterbacks as it was. It was a hard battle. It was fun though. We went out there and competed with each other, but also helped each other in every way we can. So I don't really have a specific answer for that.
Anything that stood out about Heupel when he sat you guys down and told you that you would have the starting job? Any words that he said that really stuck with you?
He just, told us the way we competed with each other. There's two ways you compete with somebody. You can compete and just be solo and not really try to help that other person, or you compete together and work. Iron sharpens iron, and work together to build whoever goes out there to be a starter, even if it was me or somebody else, that we are working together and be as one. So, I think just the way he told us how he liked how we went out there every day to support each other and going into practice, not trying to be bad to the other person, I would say,
You've obviously had a lot to learn in a short time. How would you assess how you've performed in camp, given all that you've had to kind of pick up quickly?
Yeah, it was a lot coming in such a short amount of time, but, I grinded out the days, being in here early morning, late nights, and would just go out there, watch film, talk to the coaches, and just try to get the game plans going and get the concept of the offense down. It took a while, but, got it down, I was able to go out there and perform in the scrimmages and stuff like that. So.
How much better did you feel like you were from scrimmage 1 to scrimmage 2, and how much do you think that was a key to kind of ending the competition?
From 1 to 2, definitely felt more comfortable. Going out there and running it completely live was different. Running in practice is like kind of different than going to scrimmage and game time speed. So definitely got a better grasp of it second week of camp. I was in there spending more time in film and trying to get all the keys of details of plays and certain reads and the specifics like that.
You went through the install a couple times before camp was here, but did anything in camp kind of maybe surprise you about the offense, like the tempo, or maybe you weren't expecting from the install to actually going out there and doing it?
I would say the only thing I really had to adjust to was the tempo of the offense. I was somewhat in 2023, and I wouldn't say as tempo as this, but we were pretty on the ball, just not as fast. So just getting used to getting the signal and lining up and going through my progressions was just the adjustment I had to make.
If you were to tell yourself a year ago that you would be the starting quarterback at Tennessee, what do you think Joey back then would say?
If you would tell me that in 2021, 2022, I probably would not believe it. Because I was in JUCO at that time, looking at players at this level, like, dang, that's crazy. I wish I was there, and here I am. I just gotta thank Jesus for giving me the opportunity to be here.
How hard was that to not quit, to push forward, to sort of have faith that things would turn out for you?
It was hard. Everything's not easy, but I just stayed faithful to Jesus. I have a tattoo on my ribs. It's Proverbs 3, 5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean only, not your understanding, but all your ways submit to Him. So that kept me going, and a lot. My family just supported me, and my friends really getting me back to play JUCO and supporting me and helping me throughout that time. And it was fun. I wouldn't go back and would want to change my journey at all. JUCO was an amazing time. Coaches were great. People were great. And my friends and family helped me a lot.
I guess even if you go a step further, like when there was that time where you weren't playing and you're considering, and then you took that chance on JUCO, now the starting quarterback at Tennessee, how does this reality compare to the goals maybe you set for yourself even before JUCO was a thing?
Yeah, it's crazy because before I went JUCO, I wanted to be a fireman, so I was like, I might as well start. COVID happened, and football was kind of done in the JUCO level, so I was like, if I'm gonna do that, I might as well just start my career, start taking classes for that. And then when football came back around, came back into it. But just to see how my life shifted in just a short time of just people saying yo, come play, let's just one more time, give it one more shot. So it's kind of crazy to see.
How good of a firefighter would you have been?
I would have been the best one.
How's this week been any different now that you're the guys? That made it easier? Has it changed anything for you?
No, it doesn't change. I got to go out there and attack every day, like if I'm not, because those guys are competitors as themselves. So, they're coming in here to work, and you never know, something can happen that those guys go in. It happened to me at App State, so I'm going in there to compete still every day.
Back on media day, you said you hadn't completed a deep pass yet. Has it happened for you yet?
Yeah, we got a couple out there going, so it feels good. It feels good.
Coach
Connect
Heupel's-
with.
I got some. I think I connected with Chris when he came back. Mike got one. Amari got one. I think I connected with Raw too. A little bit of everybody, honestly. It's just
Spreading the wealth.
spreading the wealth.
Yeah, Coach Heupel was talking yesterday about the receivers getting back out there. It sounds like, is this week more about that in your mind, and how good has it been to kind of be able to throw to some of those more experienced guys that you hadn't been throwing to a lot of camp?
Yeah, like our guys that were out coming back. It feels good. I mean, when I got here in the summer, I was building a connection with them before they were out. But it's good to have them back. Get them back going and have all the guys healthy.
If you hadn't had that, the backstory that you've had for the past, 5, 6, 7 years, would you have been able to handle the situation that happened at UCLA as well as you did? I mean, if you had to go through all that and you're like, oh, well, now we're going to go somewhere else and go through all that, did your experiences before kind of help you know that you could make a change and things would be all right?
Yeah, I would say my life growing up through JUCO definitely helped shape who I was. I was somewhat of a different person. Probably would have had a different approach. Not sure how I would have approached that situation if it happened, but I would say JUCO and just the transition to App State and adjusting to that environment helped me, just see things through easier.
Joey, what's the dynamic like to have a head coach who played this position and can communicate and kind of see talk about the things you're seeing out there?
It's awesome. That whole quarterback room is great. They kind of get a different perspective through everybody. If you ask a question, you get the same answer or just a different perspective of what they see and how they see through plays and progression. So it's kind of cool that they all pretty much play the position and can give an insight with everything.
What was it like sharing this news with your mom and with your family?
It was great. It was Sunday night, so I kind of shot them a text, and then they wanted to stay up, but I was tired, so I just fell asleep. But called them the next day. It was awesome. They were super excited.
Ethan and other players have praised the way you approached this to earn their trust. You didn't come in, like you were the guy. You just kind of put your head down and went to work. Is that a product of how you were raised and who you are? Is that a product of the journey? Why did you take the approach that you took over the summer to slowly earn trust, to put yourself in this position, as opposed to some other people maybe coming in with greater fanfare, if you will?
Yeah, I mean, I've grew up working for everything that I got. My dad always told me to be grateful and to be humble, so mom as well. So coming in here, trust takes time to build. You can't force somebody to trust you. And so, I'm just a nonchalant kind of guy, so I'm not trying to come in here and tell everybody, like, yeah, you got to trust me, I'm your guy. So, I just slowly connect with people here and there, go grab some food, hang out, just have a conversation with everybody. Not even just like a main guy, I would say. Like, you got to build trust with every single person on your team, whether they play or not. So I think my biggest key with JUCO and going to App State, connecting with those type of people and like a team quickly helped me understand how to connect with different types of people.
What was the reaction you got from some of your teammates when you told them or they found out you'd be the guy?
They were super happy. I think they would be happy for anybody that got the job done.
How eager are you to just get out there and show people what you can do?
I'm excited. I'm especially excited to run out that tee, though. I haven't been to a Tennessee game in my life, so that's one check mark I can make off my list.
Thanks, Joey.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.